Hello guys, welcome to the part 3 of the Profitable Arts Workshop. So in this part 3, we're going to be looking into launching the ad, right? Now you've done the proper things you're supposed to do before the adverts, you've tilled the ground. Now it's time to plant the seeds. So you sow your seeds properly for a rich and bountiful harvest. The first part we want to talk about is the power of free. Free, everywhere. The question is, why do brands offer free products? So, brands offer free products because they want to get you into their nets, right? They want to bring you in. They want to break the barrier. They want to break the objection. They want you to test it. When you have had a taste of it, it's easier to convince you to buy because they are sure you would like it. Okay. So, how does this apply to us here? You create a lead magnet or a tripwire. A lead magnet is something you give out for free so that people submit their emails or they give you their phone numbers or whatever means you want to be able to reach out to them. So, it's free, right? But it's not also free because they are giving you something in exchange. So you want them to get something from you, but you want to give them something in exchange for their email because you want to keep contacting them and hopefully they buy from you later on. Okay? But it sounds free because they are not bringing out their credit or debit cards. What about Tripwire? Tripwire is giving them something ridiculously cheap, $1, $2, so that they just get in. So the idea of Tripwire is to make sure you have been able to recover the money you spent on your adverts. Say you have a very nice product of maybe $100, you can create another product of $5 and then make sure it's filled with value. So they don't, when they buy the product of $5 and they are like, oh wow, this is so amazing, and then you tell them to buy the one of $100, they will ask themselves, if the one of $5 was packed with so much value, who knows how much value will be in the one of the $100? And then it's easier for them to buy. Now, this is especially important for those who are just starting out. You need to break into the market. You need to get into the hearts of people first. There are so many people out there who have been there before you. And some of these people have brought in bad experience for people. So they pay for something and it doesn't really work out. Now, when you join the market and people begin to see your adverts, they don't trust you. They don't trust you. Where the so the easiest way to get them to trust you is to give them a free product or give them a product that is very cheap so that they just get in and see that you are legit and see that you are awesome, and then you can keep marketing to them. All right? Now, remember, before we start creating an advert, I want you to have some of these things in mind first. Remember that every customer, everybody in your audience is always asking himself or herself this question: what is in it for me? So, one of the reasons why your advert is not converting is not in the advert, but in the offer. All right. Now, when you are selling something and people click on your link, they get to your sales page, and it's not convincing enough. Remember, Facebook will always take their money. Whether they buy or they don't buy, they will always take their money. So maybe your sales funnel is not doing justice to that. So if you have a very nice an interesting offer, majority of the people who get to your site will purchase. And when they do, Facebook will see your ad as relevant. Now we've talked about this before. They will see your ad as relevant, and once they see your ad as relevant, they will scale your ad for you even without you increasing your budget, right? Create an offer, not a product. I'll give you an example. Mr. Billy brings a car. Let's not mention brands, right? He brings a nice car and says this car goes for $5,000. But Mr. Ken brings the same car and said he's selling his own for $20,000. Which one would you buy? Oh, come on, fit. You like cheap things. You've not even listened to what they have to offer you. Mr. Billy says 5,000, you buy your car, you go away. Mr. Ken says 20,000, you buy your car, I give you 20 gallons of gasoline, petrol to take your car home and tell your friends and family that you bought a very nice car. I'll give you free 1 year car insurance. I will help you with registration of your car. I will give you free fire extinguisher. I'll give you this. I'll give you that. And by the end, you finish calculating all of this, it's worth $40,000. But Mr. Ken says, pay only 20,000. Which of them would you buy? You know, when Mr. Ken says pay 20,000 and you see that the value of what he is giving you is more than 20,000, you want to take it. This is the same way most of your customers want to think. They want something extra, right? They want to get more value than they paid for. So you have to know how to slap in other things into your product to convert it to an offer. Is it free delivery? Is it free bonuses? Is it free customer support 1 year? Is it free trial? Is it an additional product you want to add to them? Is it a VIP service? Is it access to a community? What is it that you can add to that product to make people want to, grab it? Your customer wants to steal from you. So you have to make your offer, please listen, you have to make your offer so rich that the customer thinks you are stupid. Make the offer so rich that the customer thinks you are an idiot. Also, make the offer so rich that the customer thinks he will be stupid if he doesn't buy your offer. I hope you got that right. Make the customer think you're an idiot and think that he will be an idiot if he doesn't buy the offer. All right? So this cannot be overemphasized. So the next is the funnel system. What kind of funnel system are you using? Are you making it very difficult for people? Do you have 1,000 pages in there, or you just have what is needed? Okay, I'll give you an example of a funnel. So let's go to this whiteboard. So I have created some. I've created some boxes here already, so we could just make it snappy and then get on with it. So you have you have a funnel like this, just quick one. I don't like taking people's time because I don't like people taking my time either. So let's say a customer gets to this place, which is your landing page and also your opt-in page. So I'm going to do it like this. So let's say landing and opt-in. All right. So I think that would be this. So the customer gets your landing page or opt-in page and then puts in a few details, right? And then straight it gets to the sales page, and from the sales page, immediately your customer gets to the confirmation page or your thank you page, as it's often called, right? Or you have tons and tons of steps that your customer has to go. He clicks on one, goes to his email, he goes to his WhatsApp before he has to come back and click on this place before he can buy. So if you are the customer, which kind of funnel would you like? Something that is very clear that upon landing on the page, you have access to purchase it, and immediately you put your card details, you have what you ordered, or the one that keeps asking you to click here, go back, go forth, and all of that. How easy is your sales funnel to read, understand, to be navigated? How easy is that? So these are certain things you need to look into when you are having issues with your adverts optimizing properly. So you need to set up your funnel for profit. If there is a way to use a single page sales funnel, go ahead and use it. If there is a way to make your customers, the target audience, to land on your page, make purchases on that same page, you understand, and get confirmation on the same page, please, by all means, do it. I get it. Sometimes you want to filter your leads, you want to know who is serious, but some serious people do not have time either. So they are serious, but they don't have the time, so they get away. All right. That's why sometimes you need to have multiple funnels, and in your multiple funnels, you use one for your main sales, use the other one for your retargeting, and use the other one for your email follow up and what have you. All right. So we're going to be creating an ad, very simple, but I want you to have these things in mind. So if you are setting up your funnel and your adverts, you need to be able to identify who came there in the first place, who clicked on your link, who got to your page, who filled the form, who made the purchase. And these are the works of pixels. Pixels are trackers. The military will say eyes on the target, right? So you need to set up pixels. I would create a separate video for pixel setup and add it to the list of videos here. So let's just move on. So, trust issues. We talked about the power of free to break to break the trust issues of the target audience, right? But here also you need to harness the power of social proof. The biggest and most effective form of marketing is word of mouth. You heard that before? Yes, word of mouth is so effective because people might buy not because they trust the product, but because they trust the person who is telling them about the product. Oh, he's my friend. He will not deceive me. Oh, she's my mother. She will always tell me the truth. You get? So get social proof. Someone says, oh, this course is amazing. Take a screenshot. Someone says, can we have a video call? I want to thank you about this. Take permission from the person, record that video, and keep it. When you are setting up your funnel, put in your social proof. I have never heard someone said that the social proof on a particular sales funnel is too much. Get as many social proof that you can get, right? So you need to remind and upsell. You follow up on everyone, do your retargeting. Some buyers are buyers. There are also spectators. Some people comment, I am interested in your advert in the comment section. And some people begin to think like, oh, they are not serious. There was a link there to click. There was a button there to click. Why are you typing I am interested? Why are you typing how much is it? People some people do this deliberately. They just want to know if you will reply to them. Now that money has not changed hands, Will he reply to me? If he doesn't reply to me now, the money has not changed hands. When I pay him, he will most likely not reply to me. Now, there are some people that they buy, but they don't comment. So when they see the comment of other people, when they see the engagement, it makes them believe that you give attention to your buyers, and they click on the link and they go straight, they buy. They don't like, they don't comment, but they want to see other people's comments. They want to see your replies under other people's comments. All right, so follow up on everyone, either by comment, reply to every emails, like their questions, follow up, pick up that phone call, whatever means you are using to reach out to them, follow up on everyone. I personally reply all the comments on my page. Any comment on my page, I reply to them myself. I get my assistant to follow up on some of them, but the comment I like to reply because these are first time customers. I know how to follow them perfectly, right? When they are in, there are minor things that my assistant can do, but I have told them if anything goes beyond the things I have asked you to reply to, push them to me, right? You might be wondering how I have the time. I have the time because I could be on a cruise boat replying to these things. I could be in my bedroom replying to these things. So it's not that difficult. Sometimes I feel that those who do not reply to comments are proud people. I may be wrong, but that's how I see it. You can't be too busy for the people who you are advertising to. All right. So you should care. Once again, reply to comments, reply to tags, reply to inboxes. Don't be proud and poor. You need that money, don't you? Okay? So let us see. We'll review an ad and then set up a new one. So let's go to the ad manager quickly. Okay, quickly. This is my ad manager. Okay? So I'm going to be blurring a few things here, okay, for my own safety. You get it, I'm sure. So from what you can see here, I've spent um, about 1.4 million naira for this particular product. So let's go to Google and check naira to USD. So I'm gonna copy this amount here and paste it here so that we know how much is it. So this is $1,535.52 spent on this particular campaign to generate 1,796 orders. That is 1796 orders. All right, and each of the orders cost me 813.18 naira, which is less than $1 per purchase. Are you shocked? Yes, less than $1 per purchase. So now this product cost me, no, the sales price of this product is 34,500, which is 36.26. So now let's take a look at something, just a quick one. So the product cost 34,500 and advert takes 800 and what? 813. It's 13.18. Oh, don't worry. My laptop is touchscreen, so I rather do this from the screen. All right. So this is what's left. Now we remove the cost of the product, which is 9,000. and then we remove the cost of delivery, delivery guide, because this is a physical product, which is just about 3,500, and this is it. Now, look at this mathematics now. If this is my final profit, let us multiply by 19 sorry 1796. All right, so I don't know if I can copy this, but let me see. So good, I copy this so that we can convert it to dollar and everyone can see this is how much profit I have made from this product so far. This is 40,000 US dollars for one product over the time. All right. There are so many other products like that. You can see I have some of them here. So it's similar, but I'm not here to flaunt money. So let's quickly go create an ad. So if you are starting out, I want you to create an engagement ad. I've said it in the other video. New pixel, new page, new website. Please create an engagement ad first. Run it for like 3 days. Get a few data to your pixel. Get a few engagement so that the buyers, when they come, they will see something to motivate and encourage them. Now, if you are optimizing for leads, then the next advert should be leads, maybe after the first 3 days or so. All right. Now, if you are into sales, you want to run direct sales, purchase, you do this. This is mostly for e-commerce guys and some people who are running direct to sales, um, for maybe a course or something. They don't want to use email marketing and all of that. So they are running direct to your sales funnel. So you can use this. So let's click on continue. So go to manual sales campaign, please. Manual sales campaign is like when you're driving a manual car, you decide which gear to move into, right? So click on manual sales campaign and then click on continue. Bam, 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 bam is coming up. Good, good, good. So here are the things you need to change. Leave everything as is. So personally, I don't do anything on the campaign level because I've already chosen purchase. I also don't use advantage campaign budget. There is a difference between advantage campaign budgets and advantage ad set budget. So when you are using advantage campaign budget, so your campaign is in charge of everything. You put your your budgets here, you put your money here. So even if one ad set might be doing well, your campaign would push more of the asset that is doing the best, right? But when you don't use your campaign budget, let me show you something. Let's see. Let's quickly go to this place. So this is how everything looks on the campaign level. You have so let's draw something out here. So on the campaign level, you have under the campaign, you have ad sets, you have ad sets. All right. Then under each ad set, you have your ad. You have your ads under each ad set. So whenever you are running campaign budgets, you are asking your campaign to control whatever is happening here. Now, if this particular asset is bringing, let's say, is bringing 5 sales, and this asset is bringing 7 sales, but this asset is bringing 3 sales. Campaign budget optimization will push this asset with 7 sales to keep growing and suppress these ones. All right. But when you allow your assets take charge, in your assets, you can see this working, you can also see this working, and then you can decide to, kill off this one and run ahead with the remaining two. So do not use campaign budget optimization. It might not allow you to take the wheels. It's when you are using campaign budget advantage campaign budget, that's the new name. It means you are in a Tesla car, a self-drive car. You really don't have a lot of things to do there. But let's go to the ad sets. So enough of too many talks. When you come to this place, you have to decide properly. Do you want people to start messaging you? Are they going to be downloading any app? Is it calls you want? For me, I want them to go to the website. So I'm going to click on websites, which says drive sales and conversions on your website. So I'm going to select websites. So um, remember, leave this as is, maximize number of conversions. If you click on it, you can be maximizing for number of landing page views, but no, leave it at maximize number of conversions. You select your pixel, whatever name it is, you click the drop down and you see your pixel. Now, here is where the meat is. All right. You select your conversion event. Remember, we are looking for people to go to our website and purchase. All right. So we click on conversion event, you click here and you select purchase. All right. You select purchase. If you have a custom event, you have your custom event, you can always click here. I'll give you an example. So I have a few custom conversion events. So this is H&B, this is home and kitchen, this is gadgets, right? So, but for this purpose, you must always have purchase. So choose purchase. Now, if you're just starting out and no one has purchased from your pixel, you might see a little yellow triangle here telling you that this, that, just ignore it. Now, cost per result, please ignore this so that you don't shoot yourself in the leg. Let everything run as is. Do you want to run a daily budget? That's what I do. If it's not broken, why fix it? If my ad is still spitting cash, why stop it? So you might decide to use a lifetime budget and maybe you say you want to run your advert for 7 days. That's fine, but for me, unless it's a time restricted product, why run for 7 days where you can run the advert for 5 years and then keep making money for 5 years? Now, this is dependent on your budget. You click here, you edit, you write in the amount you want, to spend per day. Remember, whatever amount you put here is what you spend per day. So let's say we have 7,000. It means we'll be spending about 7,000 naira per day. Sometimes we will spend higher, but according to Facebook here, it will not exceed 8,750 per day. And in 7 days, it will not uh, exceed 49,000. Now, what that means is today might be 6,000 plus, tomorrow is 7,000 plus, but in the end, in 1 week, it must not be more than 49,000, which is 7,000 by 7 days. So you get it now. Facebook calculates most of the things on your advert by 7 days. So when you start an advert and you are sure of what you have done, and after 2 to 3 days it's not working as you expect, please give it time. Wait for at least about 7 days and see what the result will be. It's often the Facebook trying to learn, try to understand your funnel system, try to understand the people who are, reacting to your advert before they can, blow your advert to go far away. All right. So just give it time. 7 days is a good one. That's why I said earlier, if you want to advertise with $100, try starting with $20. If your daily budget is $20, try starting with $10. So if after 7 days it doesn't work, you edit your advert and keep running the adverts. You'll find what the problem is, you correct it before you start putting in a lot of money. So here's another tricky one. You say increase your budget during specific time periods. No, do not increase your budget so that you can know what's happening and when it's happening. Now, this is only for those who have been running advert for quite a long time and they have come to understand how these things work, right? They have come to understand how these things work. So, how do you, what do I mean? Now, sometimes you notice that people don't buy from you on Wednesday, they don't buy for you on Saturday. So, what you do is you edit your advert so that it doesn't show on Saturdays. So the next is audience control. Who do you want this advert to show to? So you're going to click on edit here and type in your locations. Let's say I want to advertise to people in South Africa. All right. I know this is pretty basic, but it's very important so that you understand how it works. Now, you may want to advertise to South Africans, but then you remember that there are certain parts of South Africa you don't want them to see your adverts. All right. So what do you do? Is either you come here and probably you choose uh, maybe Johannesburg. I don't know the spelling of Johannesburg. Yes. So Johannesburg, South Africa. So you now in this case you are specific. All right. But if probably it's only Johannesburg in South Africa that you don't want them to see the advert, so what do? You put in South Africa as a country. Come here, you click on this place and, change it to add exclusions. So I'm going to be running this advert to South Africa and I don't want it to go to Johannesburg. Good. So what this means is, let me remove Nigeria for example. So I'm going to be showing this advert to South Africa, but people in Johannesburg will not see the advert. Do you get it? So now this is especially important for people who are in e-commerce. There are certain places you cannot deliver to because they do not have good roads, maybe they don't have good security. For certain reasons, you don't want to deliver to these places. So what you do is you add every other places and you exclude places like this. All right. So let's go ahead. So initially it was like this before I came. So in case you are looking to um, edit the date and you can see, just click on show more options here. And then on the right side, you click on edit and you want to select people that you believe can afford to buy your product. So let's say you want people from 25 years and above. You understand? Those who can afford your product. Or let's say it's something you want even 18 years to get to see. All right. So you change the minimum age. Remember, Facebook is always changing the interface of this ad manager. So by the time you are watching this video, one or two things might have changed. But if you look around, you will still find them. There was a time when you could also click on this place and change this people living or recently in this location to only people living in this location. All right. But it doesn't matter if you are selling a digital product because you don't need a physical delivery system. All right. People can always order from wherever they are. But if you're into e-commerce, you need to, calculate and, look into things and know what works for you and what not, does not work for you. Now, here is another place, right? We used to have all these audience uh, targeting, but now you can always click on audience suggestion and edit appropriately. Okay, but remember, Facebook now calls this suggestion. It calls these suggestions. Let's say I want it from between 30 years to maybe 45 years, for example. So I can suggest to Facebook here. I want it to go to maybe only women. I can suggest here. I want it to go to only engaged shoppers. I can suggest here. But also there is an option below here that says switch to original audience option. So if this is available on your ad account, please try using it. You see now that I have clicked on it, it took me back to the normal audience system that we are used to. And now I have the power in my hands. If you allowed it to be under the automated one, the algorithm is going to be doing things for you. But I want you to notice what happened here. When I went back to the previous, when I decided to use the normal one that we are used to, which is this, I saw something here that said assets may get zero purchases. If you know what you are doing, do not care. It's just their way of making you use the automated one. All right. So before we had like 3 to something 10 conversions, right? Now it's saying zero. I'm telling you for a fact, if you know exactly what you are doing, do not care. This is Facebook trying to play their own trick. All right. So once you are done, the next thing is to go to placement, advantage placement. I always use this. I always use this. This is the only thing I trust about Facebook. Sorry, that may come across to you as maybe harsh, but this is the only thing I trust on Facebook. I'll click here and select manual so that I can show you. So on manual, you can choose, I don't want it on Facebook, I don't want it on Instagram, I want it here, I want it there. But in recent times, I have learned to trust the advantage placement. With the introduction of Facebook Reels, Facebook has totally revamped the placement. And the algorithm is so smart that it knows where people click the most. If you always watch Facebook Reel and you're always clicking on the advert, then most likely Facebook will be showing your showing adverts to you there because they know you are clicking them. If you are playing a mobile game on your phone and then an ad pops up and you click on it, Facebook will keep showing you adverts. Facebook understands those human interaction, so they are taking more advantage of it. So this is what I can tell you about this. And then the next is your ad, ad itself. Okay, you can give it whatever name you like. This is not a partnership ad, and I've never applied for that. So, so let's say we are using Niger King Store. You see, this page has been restricted. So you can decide to use some other thing, classic shopping mall, blah, blah, blah. So, and if you have an Instagram account connected here, you can click here or connect another one. So now we're going to be just leave everything as is. We'll be using manual upload, a single video or image. So when you get to this point, I guess maybe you have run advert before, so this is not actually completely for beginners. When you add your image here and write your ad copy here, your headline here, this is where I am interested in. This is where most of you get it wrong. Number one, choose websites here. It's important. You see that immediately I chose websites, this changed from whatever it was showing before to learn more. You choose websites, enter your link here before you choose the kind of button that relates. Now, you might be offering them an ebook or something you want them to download. Please use the download button. You want them to read more of what you have written before they buy. Use the learn more button. Okay, if you just want them to go and buy, and you know that these people they're in a shopping mood, what you have written simply means they are going to buy something. Use the shop now button. But I'm going to tell you the truth, whatever you are doing, try to make it educative enough, and then use this learn more button. This learn more button, more often than not, has always proven to be good. It has always given me good results most of the time. All right. So this is it. I'll create a separate video. I'll where we are creating a normal advert, and then we'll set the advert to run. After a few days, we'll come back to the advert, and then you will see the result of the advert yourself. So how's that? So quickly, let's go back to this place. Now that you have seen what it feels like to start and run this advert, I want to thank you for staying up until this moment. And in the next video, I'll show you how to make more from less. Please do not forget to look around for the other videos on how to create a proper creative, and how to create your advert properly. I've given you insight so that in the next video, when we create a proper advert, we will not waste so much of our time. We'll be going through it, and you will understand what we are doing as we go on. Please, if this video seems too fast for you, I want you to always go back and forth, slow it down. Make sure you learn and understand, because this particular video is one out of the most important videos that you need in this workshop. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.